at 620 South Main Street at the 5-story office complex on the second floor, about 95% completed. It's going to look like we're not that close as you see some of the shots, because you're always going to see tools, buckets of paint, things of that nature. But we have the carpet down. We have a lot of the hard things finished, the floors in the bathroom, which we'll see here in a few minutes. But the hardest thing I think we've had to tackle on this particular project is the hundreds, if not thousands of feet of the trim that had to go back in. Part of the issue on the trim, you need to be very careful how you decide to label your trim. We had trim that was labeled north wall close to the east. And so it was a little complicated. It's like putting a puzzle together. We actually talked about, and in some places we had to do this, we actually talked about, would we be money ahead if we just bought all new trim, stained it, and put it in? We have used a lot of the old trim, but there is some new trim around. So let's take a look at what's happened since last time we were up here. The walls are done, the lights are finished. Heating and cooling is here right now, finishing up the ductwork. We're doing something a little bit different, and a lot of these offices, we're changing how the ductwork is, so that way we can close it off. We're finding in some of the offices downstairs where some were extremely hot, and so instead of trying to install a lot of different controls, it's just better to make it so it's easy to adjust the heating and cooling in the office by itself. We have about 19 offices on this floor is what we have on this floor here. What's really nice about the carpet that we put down, it's the carpet squares. What we like about this, we use it in a lot of buildings, is if you have damage, it's real easy to pull a square out and replace that square. And they stick down really well. I say it's easy to cut around things. I wasn't the one cutting. There were lots of doorways and lots of places where cuts had to be made. So I don't think the people that were laying it will tell you that it was easy. But even putting down, if you were going to use rolls, you would still have a lot of cuts that you'd have to make. Tile, you're going to not soak up some of that sound if you put tile down. And so I think this was the best choice for us to use on this floor. So the bathrooms, we still have a lot of work to do in here as far as the walls need to be painted, but we do have the floors down. The trim has been located for these, and then we'll have to once we get to that point, we'll put in the new toilets, new sink, new everything in here. And so these floors turned out really good. These are easy to maintain, easy to keep clean. And so that's why we like to go with these epoxy floors. One of the things that's really important on epoxy floors is making sure that you get all the cracks ground out, refilled in, and to make sure you have a great finished product. We ran into quite a few problems on these floors, so it did delay us a little bit and took a little bit longer than we had planned. This is the quartz that gets thrown out on the floor, and then you put another sealing coat on top of that once it's down, but it gives it a really nice look. This is one of the colors that I like for us to put down because I think it hides a little bit. You're not going to see as many scuff marks in it, and you're also going to be able to have the appearance. I mean, we'll have these cleaned multiple times a week, but this is going to hide a little bit more than when you have like a white floor. So this floor here did not need nearly as much structurally, so it went pretty quick. We're actually moving to the third floor here soon. We already did the bathroom floors. We did them all at the same time. The more of those you can put together, the more economical it's going to be in doing those floors. So we're looking forward to getting the third floor started and getting it wrapped up also.